You're live.
Hey, good morning. Andy Mason here. Hey, we have had fun for you. Just if you don't know, if you're joining us for the first time, we have a team that prays for you every single week this time. And then about now, we just summarize what we've been hearing God say, what we've seen God do, what we remember He has done. And we just pray over you that God will fulfill everything that He's begun in you. So this morning, one of the themes that came out is this proverb. This proverb in Proverbs 17, verse 10. One word of correction breaks open a teachable heart, but a fool can be corrected 100 times and still not know what hit him. I don't know about you, but I sometimes feel like more like the fool than the teachable heart. I like to say I've got a teachable heart, but I'm learning things over and over and over again. This season right now is a season of training. There's so many things where you might be getting irritable, frustrated, anger's coming out, just all these things that's stirring up stuff. Want you to know that God's doing something. Don't react, but actually look, God's doing something in you to sift you, to develop you, to position you for increase. So rather than fighting against the noise, be still and allow Him to sift you. And it comes from surrender, it comes from being still, it comes from letting go control. So I'd ask you, where do you need to let go control? Where do you need to be still? Where do you need to just trust that God's got this and the fight is not about you? So stop partnering with the fight, be still, and allow God to do the work in Him, because He wants to accelerate you beyond your wildest imagination. So we just bless you this week.
Good morning, you guys. Hey, I had this word this morning and I heard risk is fear out of the box. And for me personally, I'm looking at taking some risk in my life, which is kind of a new thing because I like to stay in the box. But in all of that, it's like just surrendering to God and trusting Him and knowing He's got your back and knowing that He's never going to let you down, and just trusting Him in all that you have, and just the freedom that you have when you surrender and trust and have faith in Him and can sit on His lap and just enjoy the process, enjoy the training, enjoy the season and the journey. All right.
Hey, good morning. So I just want to encourage you that God is your partner, and what I feel like He's been sharing with me this morning is we all have a measure of faith, and faith has action. So ask God, what does it look like to take my faith and put action behind it in my business? How can I sow into my business with my faith in partnering with the vision that God has for your business and what He is doing in your business? So ask Him what that action is, and also a tip for every season that you're in, start a journal and write down the testimonies of when God is giving you breakthrough, whether it be small or large, and just continue to document what God has done, so that when you are in a season where you may be discouraged, you can pull up your log and you can remember the things that God has done to encourage yourself and to bring hope in your season. Bless you.
Good morning, everyone. So as we're talking about embracing the season of training, we shared around the table this morning the particular things that God is calling us up on, or inviting us to change, or challenging us to look at and do a certain way. And sometimes that can feel really hard. Like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do what I've heard you say, or that's just too difficult a thing to do, or God, I don't know if I'm ready to get rid of my pride quite yet, because that thing is just too hard. And in those circumstances, it can feel a little bit as if God is asking you to do things that are just too difficult to do. So this morning, I want to encourage you, as you're going through this process of training, in Psalm 63:3, it says, because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise you. Behind everything that God is asking you to do, know that His intentions towards you are good. He is kind, and He is full of loving kindness towards you. There is never a thing that God asks us to do that is too difficult, or for our harm, or is meant to make us feel bad, or separate us from Him. So remind yourself of how loving kind He is, and that He does everything He does because He loves you, and He wants to see you grow, and He wants to see your character develop, and He wants to see your life blessed the way He chooses to do that. So we bless you. Thank you so much for being with us this week. Thank you for the comments. We love reading below what you say and how God is doing this in your life, because this is all about you too. It's our online community doing this around the world. So thank you for joining us every Thursday. We love having you with us. Invite your friends, because it's like we get to give each other a hug and embrace each other and remind each other of the goodness of God every week. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.